Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. Yesterday was crazy, massive panic in the markets. We had everything dropping huge. Bitcoin went down to 15,500 and then a huge bounce back now, back to around 16,700. I bought 2 Bitcoin yesterday, added into my position. I've been accumulating around now 20 Bitcoin down towards these areas. That was a lot of panic, and we've seen almost all-time, like it was all-time high volume, I would say, base volume. You can only compare the volume going back to 2017 because the price of Bitcoin was $1,000. So even though in 2017 there was more volume, it was more volume on a $1,000 asset. Now we have volume almost comparable on a $16,000 asset, so $17,000 asset. So it was a lot of panic yesterday. It was a lot of fear in the markets. I stayed up, I don't know about you guys, but all night checking the charts. It was massive dumps. I think I'm going to be adding more Bitcoin here. It could still go down to that 14K area, but do I care if it's 16K, 14K? That's the question. Worst case, if it goes down to 10K, I think everyone's going to go all in on Bitcoin. So I don't see it coming down to 10K. What's your opinion? What do you think in the comment section? In yesterday's video, we had nearly more than 8,000 plus viewers on that video. So I want all your comments. Comment down below. Did you buy Bitcoin? Are you buying down here? Put the price that you bought Bitcoin. Do you think we're bottom? How low do you think we're going to go? Let me know your opinions down there as well. Hit the subscribe button, smash up thumbs up button. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going in. See here that we had this like big drop. My short from yesterday's video played out perfectly. Actually, we shorted right here. You can see from 18,000 and it dropped all the way down to 15,600. Now we're getting a big bounce back. I would actually close the short here because two things can happen here. We're going to either come back up to 17,200 and then fall back down to 13, or it looks like a V-shaped recovery. Actually, it looks like a V-shaped recovery. So if you made profits on that trade, close it right now. You're already in the big profits. Hopefully you close down here at the 15K. It didn't go down to the 14. It's still possible, but I would just close it now to be safe, because this looks like a V-shaped recovery with a massive amount of volume. Look at this volume that came in. On that yesterday, there was look at this, how much on the last 2 days of volume. We had all-time high volumes, almost 118. You can see here on the left side, this is how much Bitcoin was bought and sold. So you can see here that we had 118,000 Bitcoin, and then the day after we had 149,000 Bitcoin. That's crazy. That's 118. This is the index of all exchanges. So 118 to say 120 plus 150 is 270,000 Bitcoin. 270,000 Bitcoin in those 2 days. That was, look at the volume even compared to the lunar crash. This was the lunar crash volume. And you can see here that this volume spikes were higher than the lunar crash volume. 270,000 Bitcoin is massive. And there was another spike here back in the May 2021 crash, but that was only for 1 day. It was higher, the spike, but this spike was for 2 days of volume. So it was quite a massive amount of movement there. A lot of panic in the markets. And usually when there's so much panic like that, it shows the true bottom. It shows the true, like what people really think Bitcoin is worth when there's that much panic. I still think it can come down to 14, because you can see here, that's the major support down here at 13,800 and even possibly 11,000. But it's very close to that. I mean, it came to 15,000. What's the difference between 15,000 and 13,800? Came down to 15,500. It's not that much of a difference in my opinion. But don't put all your capital here. Make sure you, like, if you want to get some, buy some here, buy some down here, leave some money for the 11K. Don't ever go all in my opinion. Stochastic, but extremely oversold, turning up on the 4 hourly, on the daily oversold. It reset all the stochastic, on the weekly oversold, on the monthly oversold, on every single time frame, extremely oversold. 4 hourly is heading up strongly. I would go long here, and I would actually pick up Bitcoin, taking a long to that before the dump, because that would be a V-shaped recovery, 17,700. So I'd go long here, because I would also think that there was a lot of panic about exchanges, right? And centralized exchanges, if you're panicking, where do you go? You're worried about USDT failing. You're worried about the exchanges failing, so USDC. Where do you put your money? You either put it into USD or into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is really the only thing that these exchanges, these centralized exchanges, don't control. So I think a lot of people will start to go back to the actual real They'll go back to the real purpose of crypto. The real purpose of crypto was Bitcoin, the first real money that's ever been invented by humans, the first money that's not controlled anyone, that no king, no politician, no government has control over, no CZ, no Sam Bankman-Fried, no one has control over Bitcoin. That was the purpose of Bitcoin. And then all these altcoins came out, all this kind of alternatives, but really Bitcoin was the start of all of this, and a lot of people saw that yesterday. Keeping your monies on exchanges was not a good idea, and a lot of people think now that Bitcoin is where they should be protecting their money. I even asked a lot of you, this was yesterday, now this vote has gone up to thousands of votes and it's still the same percentage. Which is safer in crypto right now, USDT, BUSD, or Bitcoin? 43% of you said Bitcoin, and now this was 402 votes, but now it has thousands of votes. Now it has thousands of votes, and it's still saying that Bitcoin is the main one that people are thinking is the safe haven. So I would go long on Bitcoin here, stop loss just beneath, and the take profit at that 17,800 before the drop on a full V-shaped recovery, and that would be the target. So this trade is risking $194 to make $1,142, 6%. With 10x leverage, that'll be $11,420 of profits, 60% profit on this trade, 5.86 ratio trade, risking $194 to make $1,142. If you want to trade, you can do it on this exchange. Bybit, I know the CEO, and I like this exchange. They have one of the highest liquidities, their second biggest volume to Binance, and they're backing the currency that they hold. But this I usually use for trading. Keeping my money, I like to keep in wallets that I hold. Remember this from my courses, if you've taken the Crypto Master course. If you don't hold the keys, it's not your money. If you don't hold the keys to your wallet and your money on that wallet, it's not your money. So if you do use Bybit, use it for trading, but be careful keeping huge amounts of sums there. I've got in here $164,000, which is just a small portion of my money. So I've got 6.2 Bitcoin in here. I bought more Bitcoin. I've got 39,000, 7 million MCRT, and I'm going to buy another 1,000 of MCRT right now. So I'm going to buy 1,000 more of MCRT because I think it's extremely undervalued. MCRT, it is my token. Do your own due diligence. You have to do your own due diligence, etc. This is not financial advice. I just bought another $1,000, which gives me 178,000 MCRT right now. That order is executing. And again, if you want to trade on Bybit, use the link down below. They've got $30,000 of bonuses now. That's the maximum bonus you have to achieve. You have to do a lot of stuff to get that $30,000, but you can get up to $30,000 of bonuses when you sign up using my link, this blue link in the description of the video. So go down below, sign up to that link, and you can get up to $30,000 of bonuses, and you can buy MCRT on there. And that's the trade that I would take on Bitcoin. Right now, I like what I'm buying is Bitcoin. Solana, look at Solana, 41% pump off the bottom. I actually shorted it from here, from the $18,000 mark. I shorted it yesterday from $18, sorry. And then it went all the way down to, I shorted it from 18 and it went all the way down to 7 and then 6.5. And then we had this big bounce. Look at that, back to 15, which is interesting. I wonder who's propping up Solana. FTX up, AXX up 17, CRV up 15, Gala 16, big bounce. Ethereum Classic up 15, Dogecoin up 13%, Dogecoin not recovering as much, Ethereum up 8%, BNB getting hammered as well. BNB in the last few days, it went from 398 all the way down to 257, a 35% drop on BNB. I think BNB is very oversold as well. And it just really, if you actually look at it, after all this panic, after all these drops, it only went back down to where it was on the 26th of October. On the 23rd of October, it was at 260, and now we're back there. So it's only 1 month of gains that were wiped out in a few days. But a lot of people, I think this is the true bottom on a lot of tokens because they don't want to sell. No one wants to sell at these prices. That's why we keep seeing these holds. Like even with this massive panic yesterday, 253 was the maximum. So I'd like to buy BNB. I'm buying MCRT. I'm buying Bitcoin. That's what I'm buying at the moment. Again, you have to do your own due diligence, everyone. Not financial advice. Crypto is dangerous, but that's what I'm doing in the markets right now. And this is one of the characters. This is the Archer from Magicraft coming to life. He's an NFT that's being incorporated into the game. You can play the game right now, beta.magicraft.io. This is the inflation rate of Bitcoin over the last 13 years. So this is how much Bitcoin is rewarded to miners. And you can see it went from 50 Bitcoin down to 5 Bitcoin. So the blocks are dropping, the rewards are dropping. When do I cash this out? OG Bitcoiner. That's the neat part. You don't. What he means by that is Bitcoin is the future money. That's why I've been buying a lot of Bitcoin here in this panic, because it's the only real safe haven, the only real money. I think it's safer than USDT, USDC, BUSD, and a lot of you as well thought that as well. Good morning, Guru. You are the king. Love your technical analysis. It has been a wonderful time with you, James. Keep it up. We moon MCRT. Thank you, Robert. This is when I ask you, what is safer crypto right now? USDT, BUSD, Bitcoin? 43% of you saying Bitcoin. And I also said, what would be funny if CZ, this was 3 days ago, CZ and SBF end up causing another crypto nuke? People won't forget. And that's what happened yesterday as well. Thank you for watching, everyone. Stay safe out there. I like Bitcoin, BNB, MCRT here. I like Google and Facebook. That's the main things that I've been buying a lot of down here. And it's interesting, 1 year ago exactly, if you watched my video 1 year ago, that's when I made that video saying, I think the top is in. I'm seeing top signals. I was the only one in the world saying that on the 11th of November, 10th of November. And 1 year later, it could be here, could be the bottom. And I'm buying down here. Thank you for watching, everyone. I have been buying a lot from 30K down, selling, buying, trading. But down here, I'm buying a lot. But again, it can go to 13.8. It could even go to 11. I think that's worst case scenario. But here, for me, I'm buying a lot. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. And I'll see you all again tomorrow.